to the homie Toppy Woppy. I told you so. The nigga said, being a hood hopper. I told you so. Right? Being a snitch, nigga. I told you. Call them coppers. I told you so. Snoopy Bad Ass. Today we're going to introduce you to our market, to our base. And we're going to introduce the truth. That's what they count on us to bring. Today we talking about Snoopy Bad Ass exposed. You didn't make the cut. So we was just listening to Toppy Woppy, a reputable dude from Holly. The Hollies ain't that big. A lot of them are family orientated and been knowing each other and their families for decades. Toppy Woppy, one of the niggas has been on this nigga helmet. I mean, shit, the first time I ever heard of Snoopy Bad Ass. I mean, I don't know not one song that this nigga made popular, but he's supposed to be a rapper and supposed to have signed with Death Row. Yael, you ever heard any everybody hit that like button on your way in? You ever heard any this dude music, bro?
You talking about Snoopy?
Yeah.
I heard some of his music before.
Name one song right now that was a slapper that was getting rotation.
Nah, it was none of that.
No club spin?
Nah. They was, come on, bro. You know.
What about in the hood function or the homies in they cutlasses, you know what I'm saying? They little lolos and shit. He wasn't getting no spins in Compton?
Nah, bro. Before I found that all.
Well, you had to hear it from somebody bumping it if you heard it.
I heard it on the internet, bro, when he was doing it on the internet. I never heard nobody playing his music other than niggas that support him, whoever they might be. I don't know who. But I heard his shit on the internet. Like he would post it. He had got at me like some years ago about a nigga from my set being a rat. And he was a rat.
Wait, he got at you about a nigga from your set being a rat. And then it turns out this nigga was the rat?
No, it turns out he's a rat also.
So they both were rats.
Yeah, they both.
Well, I'm quite sure he understands what a rat does. You know what I'm saying? So at least he gave you a head. Yeah, we live. What up? What up?
God, what?
Hey, we can't curse first 10 minutes. Let's try to get through that. But yeah, man, we definitely got a show for y'all today. I really want to get into this other content. Shout out my boy Scandalous Los Angeles TV. Hey, pork butt. We done finally responded. We've been so busy with content and research. Shout out to the whole team, man. Damu Kiwe Conversations. Shout out to ETE, Smoked Out TV, the Henny Gang. Shout out. Let me see them Henny glasses in the chat.
You forgot Scandalous Los Angeles.
No, I already was talking about him. You just didn't hear. That was the first one I said.
Hey, dude, who the hell? Who was Pork Butt, bro?
Pork Butt, Reggie Wright Jr.
Oh, I'm talking. I don't say. I got tell you, you got knocked out, and you was in the
yeah, all that weirdo shit. Niggas, bro, the pigs want to smut a nigga out. The feds want to smut a nigga out. These hating ass niggas want to smut a nigga out, and I ain't even known yet. Nigga, I can't wait till I'm back on. I'm gonna show my mother ass.
I heard a conversation with CS2 Bag, Reggie, Pork Butt, Christopher Love Boys, and Loose Coochie. It was like wee.
Hey,
I was like, what in the world is going on in that conversation?
They was like them rats taking a bath, that group of rats taking a bath. You know what I'm saying? They smell of rodentry.
Rodentry is crazy.
So yeah, man, I'm gonna get into it. We got a lot of content. Everybody hit that like button coming in the door. They coming in slow. I knew they was because we did short notice. Well, we did long notice, but people didn't start coming into the chat till later. Baby Bosco, salute. I see you. I can't see what you was commenting because you're on Facebook. You got to jump on YouTube. Then I'll probably be able to see your comments. But shout out to my neighbors. But we got the content, man. Let me get this started early. And hashtag ETE, man. We gonna get into this real quick so y'all can hear Snoopy saying some real shit. So a fake ass nigga can say some real shit and really fool you into believing because he looks like what you perceive and would think would be one of them type of guys. You know what I'm saying? But really, he has a lot of shortcomings. He did make the cut in several different locations. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get into more about his background and the stuff he went through. But let's hear Snoopy Bad Ass, what he got to say about the Damu Kiwe conversation. Duke Sims. Let's go.
Before we get into this topic, right? I want to say a few things real quick. Because I can tell a lot of people in this culture don't read their Bible. I can tell a lot of people in this culture is really slow and they're easily influenced, easily manipulated.
This nigga come out the door with a Jerry curl and a hairnet with the LA hat. I'm talking about so reminiscent of the style of Ice Cube and Eazy-E and NWA, claiming he from Compton. And then first thing he talking about, I see y'all niggas don't read y'all Bible. Hold on, my nigga. How is you politicking on a nigga religiously when they talk about some street shit? Let's go, man.
By lies on the internet, and y'all don't understand that the person that does the most yelling, that does the most pointing the finger, trying to expose somebody, that's the person that's a red flag, bro. Whenever somebody is obsessed with trying to expose somebody, whenever somebody is obsessed with trying to make themselves look better than people, bro, that's a red flag right there.
That's
bro.
what you
Y'all
doing
need to
right
check
now.
The dudes that do that. I can see in you dudes the type of people that you guys were raised by. Your mother, your grandmother, your father, the man in your life, they didn't install values in God in a lot of you people on this internet, bro. Because if God and values was installed in a lot of you dudes on the internet, a lot of this stuff wouldn't even fly. Y'all would have took one look at my situation, like, oh, he up there telling on himself? Oh, nah. We ain't, Snoopy ain't told. And y'all be like, damn, why is they so on trying to expose Snoopy? Why they so on Snoopy? That'll be the first thing y'all saying, but y'all stupid. Y'all parents didn't teach y'all nothing, homie. They just give you a popsicle, wash your face, and let you go outside and play. And let you come in and look at TV. Didn't sit you down, didn't teach you nothing. Okay? Y'all understand that? Now, Wack 100 probably got so much paperwork on him floating around the internet, bro. And I just think it's crazy. I don't think nobody need to focus on nobody else's accusations until we get this Wack 100 problem ironed out. Because he's in the way of a lot of things, not just for me, for the culture, huh? This dude is a real python and a snake, bro. He's already been exposed at CS2 back. He's already, then I look up, some more paperwork that came out on him. Now, the new paperwork that Kiwe and Damu Conversations has dropped, that's probably the best paperwork out on Wack right now because his name is actually in it. So that was I give them a high salute for that investigation and that good street work they did, homie, because that right there, but look it, but this is what y'all got.
So shout out to the whole team, man. Everybody know about Damu Kiwe Conversations. Not just Snoopy Bad Ass. He don't really even count, right? He's not a part of our culture. His voice should have been nullified, and we're going to show you why. Rats shouldn't have a voice in our community. You know what I'm saying? They should be ostracized. Kind of like the disciples did Judas after he betrayed Jesus. They tried to stone him. You know what I'm saying? But he said, Damu Kiwe conversations, the work that we did is the best that he talked about. Y'all would think that this perception would be coming from some new shit that we brought out. But it ain't nothing new. He's talking about the CS2 back stuff. Cash Jones' name is in the paperwork trying to extort Shaquille O'Neal and Mark Stevens, aligned with Stutterbox. And then maybe he is also talking about the Texas case because he said he's going to run that content also. Have at it. It's on the internet. We're not going to strike you or nothing. But the way that you get to hanging it, like as if we're cool or condone the way you carrying yourself, nah, I do not concur. It's not fashionable, my guy. Day mo day. Let's go.
I gotta understand though. That's not it. That just means we're close. You get it? We close. We didn't know that truck driving, that paperwork, was it 2005 or 94? I forgot what year it was. We didn't know that paperwork was out. We didn't know that even existed. He never even mentioned getting caught with a gang of guns in the car. He's never even mentioned that, bro.
Oh,
we need to see all wax police reports. Because the CS2 back shit, he's arguing it because that's the situation they put confidential informants in. They give them a chance. Listen, they give him a chance, ALB. Look at confidential informants, name is not in paperwork. It says CS, it says either a nickname or CS1 or CS2 or CI, or the name is blanked out to the point you can't see it. None of that ink where you can look through the ink. None of that. Y'all so infatuated with who's a snitch, who's this, when the niggas who name in paperwork ain't the niggas y'all gotta worry about, bro.
That's false. Now, he did say some real shit. And a lot of people that never check paperwork don't know what to look for. You got rats like Snoopy. I haven't had any evidence that Snoopy was a confidential informant. Snoopy told the truth flat out, right? He testified on the stand, and we're going to get into that. So he's a rat. He's a snitch. He's a claimed to be a street nigga. And once he seen his best friend get top ramen right in front of him, he made statements, then went and took the stand, and now TC in jail. Because he helped the prosecution put this man in jail, I think for a life sentence. Don't quote me on the last part, but he definitely got a stretch. You know what I'm saying? Now, back to what he's talking about as far as the CIs, there's a difference between what he did and the CI. A CI name won't necessarily be in the paperwork. You can have a 137 confidential source where the police can't even tell a judge the identity of that confidential source. A judge. So you might not never see them. They could be working for decades in the shadows. You know what I'm saying? They're never coming to testify. Then you got 270s who might have caught a case, trying to work the time off, setting people up out on the street, control buys, wear wires, and all that type of stuff. A 270 informant. They might not necessarily, name might not be in there unless you push the trial. And if you push the trial, they'll have to come take the stand. So know that there's a difference. You know what I'm saying? You can have somebody like Snoopy where his name is going to be all through it because he's not a confidential source. He just cooperated and he wasn't supposed to. Melvin Banks. That's his name. You know what I'm saying? Melvin gonna tell it all, nigga, on Sunday, and like he's singing at a church, man. Let's get through this because this shit is long. But I did want to point that out.
It's the niggas who's telling whose name don't come up in paperwork. It's the niggas who telling that Y'all don't know telling. Y'all know how many certified G niggas, homie? That's dead and alive. Y'all probably say rest in peace to a couple of them that works with the fucking police. Look, I know a dude, right? I'm not gonna put his name out there. And when I say this, my family from 8-9 East Coast gonna know who I'm talking about. I found out a nigga that I looked up to, nigga, a gangster, nigga, with the business, nigga, would knock you down, nigga, will rob you, nigga, reputable in his hood. He got caught for a murder or something and all that. And I hear that when he was about to go to trial, he didn't want to go to trial because his family still lives in his hood. He had to take a deal. He had to take a deal with life so he don't have to go to trial. And the reason he didn't want to go to trial is because it would have came out that he's been working with the police and the LAPD and the sheriff for years getting niggas locked up in South Central LA. They still don't know this. Homie. But I've seen the work, homie. The boy's a rat, and it fucked me up because this is a dude that I looked up to growing up, homie. He probably don't even know I know about this, but my family from 8-9 East Coast gonna know who I'm talking about, bro. The one that died, the one who got life after having the dead girl in his trunk, the crazy nigga. Y'all know who I'm talking. The dude I'm talking about is not from 8-9. His brother is, but it came out that he was a fucking informant the whole time. So now y'all know why he didn't go to trial, why he took the deal for life, because he didn't want it to come out that he was working with the feds, the police, and there's a lot of dudes that's locked up that he had locked up, bro. And that hurt my heart when I found that out. And I'm only saying that to say this. Y'all praising the wrong niggas, homie. Just because a nigga name not in paperwork, that don't mean nothing, bro. It's the dudes who name not in paperwork that's the most ones you have to worry about, bro.
Hey, this is a narcissistic piece of shit, right? So he done convoluted this whole argument to which snitches you need to watch out for. The ones who names in paperwork like his, oh, y'all don't really got to worry about them. They ain't nothing because you know they snitching. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about them. You need to worry about the ones that you don't know snitching. That name ain't coming up in the paperwork. This nigga a cold piece of shit. What's the difference?
You know what I'm saying? That's the one that y'all need to worry about. Y'all need to worry about the dude who's working with the police and he figured out the cheat code to not have his name in paperwork, homie. A lot of these dudes y'all praising right now working with the police. A lot of these dudes y'all praising right now and name ain't in paperwork. So I have to say this, bro. And Wack 100 is one of them dudes, bro. That's why I tell y'all, even if a dude don't have snitching accusations, even if none of that, I think every gangster in this culture should have to show their police report to every case they caught. Because once you see that police report, you're going to see how they react under pressure. I don't have no problem with showing y'all my police reports. I ain't worried about that because I know how I get down. You feel me? Like I say, the shit they posted on me.
Hey, yeah. This nigga popping it. That nigga said, I ain't got no problem showing y'all my police report cause I know how I get down.
Nigga, you got down already. You got down on that.
He got down already. That's what I'm saying.
You got down on that pen. You got down with that pen in your hand, and you got down on your mans. Hey, listen, homie. All that you talking, like you said earlier, dudes, just because a fake nigga say something real, don't make it real, my nigga. He just regurgitating what real niggas done said already. And because he got a platform and motherfuckers so thirsty and horny for attention and clout, they gonna tune into it. But niggas like yourself, me, and other individuals been saying this for years. And nobody want to pay no attention until it hit them in the ass. You feel me?
Yeah.
So yeah, this ain't it, bro. This nigga making me irritated all over again.
Honestly, because it's serious, bro, and you understand the severity of it.
Hell yeah.
He's making light of it. This nigga is really saying, like, You know, I didn't really tell that much in my police statement, so I showed my police station. I know how I get in. But when I got to the stand and the pressure came and they told me, did he kill my best friends and where did he come from and all of that, you know, then I got down. But I know how I get down.
Man, he said, but he just basically told y'all, I know how I get down.
Yeah.
Bro, we know how you get down, bro. You told. No matter how you try to put it out or how you try to put it in perspective of, well, I was helping somebody with a cake. No, bro, listen. Because of your statement, another individual got life in jail, bro. We not hearing none of that shit, bro. We not hearing none of that.
Yeah,
bro.
that should have been it then. But you remember, a lot of these people ain't never pressed the line on a rat a day in their life. Let's go. Niggas ain't even stood on nothing a day in their life, let alone press a rat. Let's go.
Damu, Kiwe.
Court transcripts and appeal paperwork, homie. That's not even real paperwork, homie. They're hiding the police report because they don't want to see TC snitching on himself. They don't want y'all to see that. They don't want y'all to see that
Trial transcripts and appeal paperwork is not paperwork. False. Nigga,
Here he
false.
goes.
Those are legal court documents. And wait, how could court transcript? Nigga, what happens at trial, the stenographer, or however you say it, is steadily typing everything that's being said while the evidence is being challenged. This nigga talking about that don't count. What the fuck?
Dudes,
I really didn't know.
He learned how to. He's learning how to spin from Wack. That the day he sat up there on No Jumper with CS2 back, and they looked like they was kissing in that photo. This weird energy they was having. CS2 was teaching them how to do.
Oh yeah, I forgot that they came Diddy to Diddy like. Front
Diddy to Diddy.
They was ready to sword fight.
Yeah, bro. CS2 was coaching them then, like, hey, with that mind of yours, you can.
Oh, don't say that, bro. Come on, bro. Hey, we ain't gonna do that, my nigga. Come on, let's go.
No, the nigga was. I mean, I told a lie. They don't want, so they're gonna hide my police report, but they showing y'all the court transcripts and the appeals to try to make me look bad, though.
Bro, this nigga just lied.
I don't have anything to hide, nigga.
If you don't got it, they want to show my my trial transcripts and all of that. They don't want to show my police report. Okay, you didn't tell as much at the police report, but you told them enough to know that you were at the scene of the murder. You seen when your best friend got his head blew off, nigga. So now they gonna pressure you to come testify, and nigga, you did that. So of course, nigga, you told. It don't matter if you told at the police station. Yael gave me the gun, and he told me that nigga was the opposition, so I shot him. If you did that, now we all charged, you're a rat. If you didn't, tell then. But when trial came, nigga, or preliminary hearing came, and you got with them people and took a backdoor deal and said, Yael gave me the pistol and told me he was the opposition, so I knocked him down and stood on business. You still a rat. These ain't no justifying a rat. Ain't no it's cool to rat here and it's not cool to rat here. This nigga fucked up mentally.
I got up there and said what the nigga wanted me to say. Y'all don't believe me? The proof is in the outcome of the case. But that's neither here nor there. Who cares? We're not talking about me. We talking about these dudes who really, really hit the like button. We talking about the dudes that they said they put you off in Movell. No, I stopped fucking with them niggas because the leader of the clique I was from, paperwork came out on him. He's a snitch, and they still yelling around free him and all this shit. So I was like, nigga, I can't bang with these niggas, bro. The paperwork right here, and they're trying to bend what happened in the paperwork when it's clearly the niggas a snitch. And plus, nigga, this Pyro, nigga. I'm not. If I'm a gang bang, I'm gonna bang some real shit, nigga. I'm not about to bang no teenage fantasy, bro. And that's just what it is. But that's neither here nor there. You feel me? So look, right? That's what they do. Like in Hollywood, there's a dude from Hollywood right now. He call himself the General. Nigga like 40-something years old. never been to prison. He catch cases, they just all go away. They all just fucking go away, my nigga. Like, it's a lot of that, bro. I be seeing niggas getting arrested for murder cases. Nigga, they name in the murder paperwork and they out right now. How did the nigga in the murder paperwork get life and you're right there with him as his co-defendant and you out on the streets right now and you good in your hood? That's what I'm saying, though. I just feel like it's a lot of snitching. It's a lot of confidential informants in every hood in Compton, every hood in LA. I've witnessed this, and I'm so happy that this is coming out on Wack. So what we're gonna do is we about to look at this video. I think Deuce M's made it, homie. And it's the CS2 back paperwork, bro. And I think everybody needs to understand what's going on within that paperwork. And rest in peace, Dale Dog from Main Street. Shout out Dale Dog, homie. Dale Dog was like when I was growing up, because my family, I got family from Covert Park that lived right there on 108th between Main and Broadway, across from the police station. And I remember going over there as a kid, and Dale Dog just had a powerful presence within that area. He was like a real Main Street reputable. He had his Full Life Records imprint. I remember going to the little grocery store that used to be on the corner. It's not a grocery store there no more. I think it's like a fire station, something. And I used to go to that grocery store, and I used to see all the Full Life Record posters on the wall, like Full Life Records. I think it was an artist named Too Cool on the label. And I remember just like, dang, like that was just the part of my childhood I remember growing up and being inspired to want to rap or whatever. And if Dale Dog was alive right now, Dale Dog would have been exposed to Wack, because the only person that can really confirm who they talked to on their phone, because in the paperwork, they said CS2 back called Dale Dog, but Dale Dog's dead.
Shout out.
So we can't say, Dale Dog, who was that who called you? You know what I'm saying? So they investigated and
Snoopy his dumb ass, he all in other people paperwork, but don't even know how to read paperwork. He say Dale was the only one that got the call from CS2 back, which is a false. Dale never got a call from CS2 back. Mark Stevens got the call from CS2 back and was trying to put him on a three-way, but Dale Dog said he didn't want to talk to back. He cool on that brother. But as you
people from the paperwork came out and said, no, the police, I mean, my lawyer told me that CS2 back is Cash Jones. So I'm like, oh, right. So this is all proof that this is Wack. You know? Wack has been into recording people. He has been into trying to get that CI check. Because y'all got to understand, being a confidential informant work, that's a check, bro. That's a check. And back then, he wasn't on the internet like that. He didn't have Game as an artist. He didn't have Ray J. He wasn't nobody, bro. He was merely just a dude, like a little rat running around trying to get in, trying to find his way in, bro. And Dale Dog was his first way of trying to get in. Hip Hop Police, homie. But Dale Dog caught it. And we about to look at the paperwork of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, it's older, it's newer paperwork that came out on him, but this one just catches my eye because it fits the character of him so cold, my nigga. But Wack is the police, bro. Don't let nobody tell you different, bro. Look at his agenda, bro. COINTELPRO in today said he was a truck driver. Exactly. So Wack just finally was able to get in because he found a couple weak links. Not to disrespect Game and call him a weak link, but Game is who we can blame for the Wack 100 problem in the industry. Because Game let his ass in, my nigga. Game wasn't supposed to let him in. Feel me? But he was just so busy trying to hurt Face. He got somebody else other than Big Face Hunter to manage him, and he let Wack in. You get what I'm saying? See, what Wack is doing is, why you think he don't mind dealing with people like Loose Cannon and all that? Because he's creating him a crew. He knows that his snitching is going to be exposed one day. He knows it's going to come out one day. So he's creating a crew That's why he don't care about Loose Cannon not really being from the 60s. That's why he don't care about that. That's why he's trying to make everybody look like a rat. So when he fall, he can just like, well, shit, y'all niggas got exposed too. Nigga, I exposed you, but you my nigga though. And now he got a crew. That's why he went and got 6ix9ine, homie. Feel me? Y'all need to understand. Y'all need to understand what the fuck is going on, bro. These are facts I'm spitting. Hit the like button, bro. We about to have a good live tonight.
I gotta get my hair cut.
So
looking crazy.
That's why y'all see him trying to ease away, talking about, I think I'm finna stop doing content. I think I'm gonna do content. Nah, nigga, stay your ass right here on this internet, bro. Because yours is coming, bro. Stay your ass right here. I had to sit and face my allegations and fight my shit and prove that I'm in the right, nigga. You gotta do the same motherfucking thing.
You ain't in the right.
Straight up, nigga.
Wrong is 2 left shoes.
You feel me? So
crazy.
Y'all have to pay the fuck attention to Wack, bro. The nigga is the police. Why do you think his wife got away from him? She knows something. She knows it's about to come down bad on him. She knows all his dirty secrets, bro. So she got away. Pay the fuck attention to what the fuck is really going on. A lot of these niggas is confidential informants, bro. A lot of these niggas, you know what I'm saying, is really snitches, bro. If everybody, even if they got nobody saying you snitched on me, if everybody had to show their police reports to them burner cases they caught by themselves, any case they caught by themselves, or even with somebody, I'm willing to bet you a lot of these super gangbanging Crips and gangbanging Bloods, y'all gonna deem them as rats. That's why we would never see it, bro. I'm talking about gangbangers dead and alive, then ran their fucking mouth in that police station, bro. So that's why I'm saying, if y'all notice, I put out the police report challenge. Ain't nobody said nothing. They don't want to do that, bro. That's why I'm gonna make a video on that topic. So y'all can start paying attention. Like Munchie. Munchie got a burner case. We want to see your police report, Munchie B. We want to see police reports. Why y'all hiding y'all police reports, bro? We want to see what you said to the police since not giving a statement is what gangsters do. We want to see police reports. Why everybody ain't showing a police report? Police report challenge from Snoopy Bad Ass, my nigga. If you have a case, we want to see the police report. But I didn't tell nobody. We don't care. We want to read what you said in the police station. They don't want this, huh? I'm only coming with the challenge because I don't got nothing to hide. Street TV and all them, they ain't never post a police report on me. They scared because they know I kept it cheap, nigga. I want to see police reports, bro. We don't want to see transcripts. We don't want to see where you took your deal at. We don't want to see court transcripts. We don't want to see appeals. We want to see the police report. So all y'all cases, bro. And we going to determine if you solid or not that way. If y'all not doing it like that, all these snitches and informants going to keep sliding through the cracks, nigga. And y'all wonder why y'all caught a case with baby whoop-de-whoop. He been solid all these years and he ended up telling. Now he's a snitch. Bro, he been telling. He been a snitch. Go look at them other police reports of them cases he got caught with before you got a case with the nigga. He been running his fucking mouth in the police station. Yo dumb ass is just didn't think he told on nobody because nobody was saying he told on him, and you went and did something with him. Now your ass sitting in motherfucking jail for a long ass time because baby whoop-de-whoop can turn and snitch. Nigga, he been telling, nigga. Police report challenge for everybody. If y'all really want to clean this culture, start making all these hard ass motherfucking gangbangers run they fucking police report. And only the niggas with something high gonna be mad, which I think is 80% of you motherfuckers, bro. So look, let's get into this video about Wack, and I'm gonna talk more in my mouth some motherfucking more. Let's go.
He good for running his mouth.
Shout out Deuce M. So this is video.
We got the biggest thing to key. He did
Wack 100, most especially known for arguing on Clubhouse and exposing snitches and often fake paperwork on rappers like Jim Jones, 21 Savage, even OGs out west like Big U, has been exposed as a confidential informant according to paperwork.
Y'all hear that?
Defendants Robert Ross, also known as Stutterbox, and Shaquille O'Neal's business partner Mark Stevens. In order to clearly understand how Wack 100 came to snitch by wearing a wiretap, we must first examine this case by basketball legend Shaquille O'Neal and the Main Street Mafia Crips out in Los Angeles. Lawsuit. Shaq told me to kill people. Shaquille O'Neal requested and directed his former friend to kill several people, including a gang member, a a record producer, and a woman he impregnated. Those are the shocking allegations in a new lawsuit. Shaq's former pal Robert Ross, an ex-gang member, is suing O'Neal for allegedly masterminding a plot to have him kidnapped by other gang members back in 2008. So how is Wack 100 involved in this case? And how do we know he was an informant? It's simple. You look at the paperwork and or talk with the individuals directly involved in the case. That's exactly what we did. In order to get to the truth, there are 3 individuals from the case we need to look at. Wack 100, Robert Ross, also known as Stutterbox, and Shaq's business partner Mark Stevens. First up is Stutterbox, the man at the center of the wiretap on which Wack 100
Y'all hear this?
as a confidential source.
Stutterbox, what up? Can you hear?
What's going on? Salute, Stutterbox.
An opportunity for you to voice, and it's ironic. It's the same day that we get the stories from Mark Stevens, who said that this dude is running campaigns against people, especially Big U. He's mad because once Big U found out from Mark Stevens that he was cooperating on the Main Street case, that he couldn't fuck with him no more. He's afraid that Big U would expose him, you know what I'm saying? And you said in the video that not only did you not tell him Wack 100 to send him in his house when he got raided, but you said that you heard an audio with him on a wiretap conspiring to murder. Could you explain on that?
Let me explain something. So basically, Stutterbox from Main Street heard Wack 100 on a wiretap snitching on him conspiring to murder, my nigga. You feel me? So y'all pay attention on me to this shit.
For me, bro.
I said, police ass nigga, like, nigga, the first code of conduct is you don't talk to the police, nigga. You is the police, nigga. Officer Rex, snitch ass 100. It should be silence and violence. This dude, he kicking my name. I'm focused, nigga. I'm gonna drown his ass, homie.
Sit down.
On Main Street, I'm gonna drown his that's his buster ass nigga. I know what he did. Right? I'll get to some gangster shit. Nigga was killed.
So basically, Wack 100 start trying to expose Stutterbox, but Stutterbox on some shit like, nigga, you keep talking, nigga, I'm expose you. See, I've been hearing for years Stutterbox was a rat, but I've never ever heard, never seen the paperwork. So you don't know if they got a, you don't tell on me, I won't tell on you type shit. If you don't expose me, I won't expose you. I don't know, but I don't have no problem with Stutterbox. I ain't seen no paperwork. So yeah, but y'all gotta keep that in mind. Because why is Stutterbox calling Wack 100 a snitch after Wack 100 start calling him a snitch? You see what I'm talking about? Truth comes out.
Me and my baby mama put like 20 holes in my Rolls Royce. Make it up out of there. When I see the bullet holes in my car, man, he reaching out, trying to contact the nigga who's supposed to be the boogeyman. I told him, you better. You know that? It's in the paperwork. All on the wiretap. That's why your house got raided, you bitch ass nigga. You conspiracy commit murder, nigga. You buster ass nigga. But let me tell you how I'm playing out. Call cuz, like, cuz. It's 3 niggas sitting in front of your house, cuz. Is this your only way? I'm not Banks. I know who that is.
Get
I
out.
just feel like housekeeping footage. Them niggas probably almost shot each other, trying to put off. Almost shot each other. If I knew what I knew now, I would have jumped over a car, cuz, ran across the road, kicked his back door, and killed cuz on Main Street.
His house got raided because he was on the wiretap. With y'all, you know,
Right.
the homie.
House Wack 100 house got raided because he was on the wiretap with Dog, rest in peace, from Main Street. Keep listening.
I hear no more. Rest in peace to the G homie. I wish Dog was here to address this himself.
Me
You know?
too.
Yeah. But I'll enlighten y'all on different things. What is it exactly you want to clear out? Not clear it out, however it gotta go.
So on the video, when you said something about conspiracy to murder, what actually did you hear on audio of Wack 100 that the feds had, but haven't charged him for conspiring to murder?
He allegedly gave Dog my address, homie. And I told you that it was in front of my house. So somebody gave him an address. If I get killed, whoever gave him an address gonna get conspiracy to murder. But if I don't get killed, they could get conspiracy to attempted murder because they shot up my Rolls Royce, put 17 holes in my Rolls Royce. Whoever passed the baton. So it's a question mark there, homie. You know, we from the streets, we know that.
Right.
Stutterbox. So how about this? What have you had it?
I believe Wack 100 did some snake shit to Stutterbox to try to get up under Dog So Dildo
Right.
trust him and give him info, and he can continue being the police. That's what I think.
The conversations with Mark Stevens
Oh, sit down.
after all this happened.
Yeah, Mark, my Muslim brother, honey.
Okay.
I love the brother. I talked to him probably last week.
We glad that we got that cleared up because it shows how much he lied and how he's trying to get out in front of this story that he knew was coming. And that's
Exactly.
the interview with Mark Stevens exposing that he was confidential source to back on the Main Street indictment.
A day after this interview with Stutterbox drops, confirming that Wack 100 was caught on a wiretap with a conspiracy to commit murder, yet never going to jail for it. Wack decides to call up Stutterbox himself on a recorded phone line.
Let's play Stutterbox talking to Wack.
You're trying to figure out the box. Help me understand it, and you won't know that whole case was your thing.
Crazy.
What is Mark saying I had to do with the case, bro? Like, listen, in the paperwork, it said you tried to call dog, remember? I thought you didn't want to take that call. I think you. I called the dog. But he said he didn't talk to you. He wouldn't take your call because they said he wouldn't. Yeah, and the dog said he was.
Hold on, blood.
I thought you didn't want to take that call.
Wax said he tried to call dog. And in the paperwork it says, look, hold on, let me go back. It says, hold on.
What is Mark
And Wack and motherfucking Dildo, hold on. Dildo is in the paperwork saying that I think he talked to Wack, something like that. But in the paperwork, they got Wack as CS2 back. Listen. It says, Dale tells Stevens that your boy Box went sour. CS2 Back needs to talk to Dale. It's important. Dale talks about Box incident and Back wanting to talk to Dale. Someone talking too much Box sound like Back.
I talked to dog.
Phone lines being compromised. Box punked the game. Hold on. Hold on. That says, can y'all read that? Can y'all see that? You feel me? He's in the paperwork under CS2 Back, not Cash Jones.
Cutting down your line.
The Wack boy. Look, you see, it said, look it. Dildo call him the Wack boy. You see? Rest in peace, Dildo from Main Street, bro. Saying the real ones is gone when these busters are sliding in because the niggas that can expose them ain't around no more.
There's a lot of truth to that, but he wanted to take over.
As you can see by now in this first part, Stutterbox clearly implicates Wack 100 into this case, not only in an interview with Deuce Amps at Stats 280, but also right to Wack's face on the recorded phone call. In part 2 of this video, let's take a look at the actual paperwork from the case, which exposes Wack 100 as a confidential source in the Main Street Mafia Crips case. For this breakdown of the paperwork, we turn to rapper Deuce Amps, who is responsible for exposing
Pay the fuck attention, my nigga.
this paperwork to the world.
Big M told you niggas now, bitch, it's your premise. Bitch, it's your premise. Bitch, it's your premise. Bitch, it's your premise. Now all my homies telling, bitch, it's your premise. Things and do sense in the West.
Hold on, blood. That's Deuce Amps? I always liked that song, blood.
Hey, listen, first of all, please don't blood me. You is not the type of blood that I grew up with, that I know. You's a hood hopper. The bloods I know ain't hood hoppers, right? You's a buster. You's a liar. You's a rat. Well, nowadays they do got a lot of bloods that's getting protected, even though they ratting as long as you got a bag. But that's new. But you definitely don't blood me. But y'all hear them all on my dick. Deuce Him. That's Deuce Him. That's my song, blood. Yeah.
Deuce Amps, who is responsible for exposing
Pay the fuck attention, my nigga.
this paperwork to the world.
Big M told you niggas now, bitch, it's your premise. Bitch, it's your premise. Bitch, it's your premise. Bitch, it's your premise. Now all my homies telling, bitch, it's your premise. Things and do sense in the West.
Hold on, blood. That's Deuce Amps? I always liked that song, blood.
Hold on, blood. That's Deuce
This was a
Amps?
banger, blood. I didn't know this was blood.
I didn't know that was hard. Listen, man, I don't even want to hear no more of this rat ass nigga, man. He glazing the team. He talk about Damu Kiwe conversation. He goes through the paperwork, which I know all of y'all are already familiar with. He critiques the difference of him not telling at the station and just getting on the stand, which is most important in all of this weird shit. Let me introduce y'all to Snoopy, and then we gonna get into his work. I got to work. Hey, yeah. I got to work, nigga. We got to work on this nigga. Hold on.
And then, you know, boom, 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 he got to work. I got the content. I got the content.
I got the content. Let me see. What is this one?
Damu Kiwe conversation.
All right, let me show y'all this hood hopping ass nigga, because I don't want y'all to be thinking like I'm just smutting the nigga out. I don't even know the nigga. We did have a little personal situation, but it wasn't me. It was with one of the females I was managing at the time. And they got booked together, and he said something. She was telling him he was jacking my style with the red and blue. And he said he never heard of me. But now y'all hear the nigga's a fucking fan. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I ain't heard not one of his songs that I know. But here goes some of the dudes from Snoopy Bad Ass's old hood.
Young champ, nigga, little Cleo brother, nigga Melvin. He was a mark, boy.
Catch you in the section, nigga. You know what time it is, nigga. Stop playing, nigga.
That's crazy.
What time it is?
They pulled up on the Websters, nigga, just to let a nigga know. Just to let a nigga know you was from their hood. You was a Crip. Oh, y'all Crips?
Hold on real quick.
From the murder to the pen, you know what it be.
Crip. Hey, Chris was a Crip. He thought he was a Crip.
That nigga named Melvin.
Cut all the business, nigga.
Melvin.
Get your ass fucked up for playing with me.
So I'm just asking, if you do by the name of Snoopy Bad Ass, y'all know who he is. Y'all know he's taking the trip charges. Not all the way actual factions. So I'm just
That's the
asking,
homie Choppy Woppy from Hollywood. That's the homie Bad C.
I feel about that nigga.
Here he is, thing. That's out. All the way out.
He's booted off the Holly. Shout out to Toppy Woppy. Shout out to Bad C. Shout out to the Hollywood Power Rules, man. So that's one hood hopper. We already established that. It just gets worse and worse for this cat. And we ain't even got to his paperwork yet. Let me show y'all. Let me give y'all a preview of that. Oh, this is nasty work. Examination testimony of Melvin Banks.
Point blank, no subliminal
Shout out Spot.
Listen, I can tell you never been on no mission.
Hold on.
Sticking to
We can't show that one yet. Let me go back to this. We gonna come out of this. We can't show y'all this one. We want to show y'all here hood hopper, and then we want to show y'all, you know what I'm saying, that he that when he got boo-bop, you know what I'm saying? And then CS2 back in them put the game song to the video to add insult to injury. So this dumbass nigga is trying to suck CS2 back dick at the time. And he texts, I guess Wack was looking out for some homies from West Side on something or had him with him or something. And he gonna tell him what you looking out for him for. You know them niggas is like, and diss the Crips, right? Calling some West Side Power Rules saying they act like Crips with a disrespectful term, right? Wack instigated, sent it to one of the homies from West Side. Shout out to the West Nellers. Shout to the homie from West Side. And this is the result.
About to hit a home run, K.
What's called a DP.
Pinned on my Pendleton, trap late night, Jay Leno them. Got my mama a tennis bracelet, Wimbledon or Wilmington. Now can I rap for a minute, black on the track for a minute? Look at my rhyme book, see murder like when I was a fan of No Limit. Ain't no gimmicks round here, this kind.
Head down.
Chronic good kid, my first shit, 3 documentaries, now I'm blocking century, 16 Impalas. They bounce like they Iguodala. That's on my mama, niggas up and did me a solid. I put that on me. That's on me. You get a bullet fucking with the little homie. I get back there, niggas slide through with the Erica Badu, Westside Compton. Nigga don't mind if I do. From Cabo Street to my old street, niggas Compton. Grew up on the dead end, got an arm full of dead friends round here, Crips. We sweat us niggas like a head, man. Like what's up, cuz? No time to stop and think. Pull your strap before they.
So that's Melvin. Nasty work. He's a hood hopper. He disrespects and try to undermine other people's credibility to get whatever he want to manipulate to get. He was trying to manipulate a favor out of CS2 back. He was cool with him then, texting him. Wack told him about his figure and the type of clothes he should wear. I don't know what kind of shit they had going on. He is real feminine. He in touch with his estrogen side. I'm quite sure that sticks out. That sticks out to everybody. I mean, it don't look like it's a secret. Let's get into this real quick, man. We finna get into this work, man, because this some nasty work. Oh, that's the wrong one. But we're not doing that one. We gonna get into. I got the work. Boom. I think it's this one, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's it. Let me show this real quick, bro. Boom. Nasty work. Shout out to Spider Logos Easty. Oh, this is nasty work, man. Hey, Snoopy. This is why we can't fuck with you, dog. You're not a real Damu. You're not accepted in our culture. You must, and shall be ostracized from having a voice that matters in our community. When we talk about you, we talk about invertebrates, animals without backbones, nigga. You can't stand up straight. You sit down and piss, nigga. Nigga, you ain't standing on 10 toes. Why would a nigga like me that went to the highest levels of this shit, sacrificing shoot programs, 10-year bids, 8-year bids, face 47 to life, face 23, and allow you to be on the same level as niggas like us? Nigga, you ain't, we is not the same, nigga. Nigga, I don't know who laced you up, got you thinking you was gonna be a blood or Crip first. Obviously, they was gang goofy because it reflects in your behavior. Nigga, it ain't a solid bone in your motherfucking vertebrae. Your loyalties is to no one but yourself. So we gonna let Spider Logos Easty flame your ass up, nigga.
Thank you. And Mr. Banks, you have an attorney and you've talked to him a little earlier. If you need to talk to him, let me know. No problem. DA, you can ask questions. Thank you, Your Honor. Melvin Banks called as a witness by and on behalf of the people, having been first duly sworn, was examined and testified as follows. Good morning, Mr. Banks. How you doing, sir? I'm doing all right. Mr. Banks, I noticed that you're in an orange jumpsuit and you have apparently been arrested. In fact, you were arrested for and charged with the crime of attempted murder on June 18th, 2006.
For attempted
Yes, sir.
murder.
And that case is still pending? Yes. And that case is for attempted killing? Yes. That case occurred just prior to a year after this event that we're going to talk about? Yes, sir. And did you have a friend?
Hold on. Is this Zini Valentine? Look, I'm going to try to not be sarcastic, but I have a hard time doing that. Obviously, you're not from our community. They say, what exactly does a DP accomplish? And when or why is it necessary? Man, listen, bro. Or sis, I don't know what you are. Don't mean to offend you. Rules without regulation of rules leads to total chaos. You can't say that you have guidelines and or rules and then there's nothing. If you slap me right now and I just sit down and turn the other cheek and you slap me again, tomorrow what's going to stop you from slapping me again? Now, if you slap me right now and I pick up a bat and bust your shit to the white meat, I guarantee you the next time you think about slapping me, you're going to think twice because you know I ain't just going for that. Well, it's the exact same thing that you're messaging into people within the structure of the Crips, of the Bloods, of the Pirus, of the GDs, of but any organization with semblances of structure. Sereno, Thresses, Norteños. If you rap, you can get DP, depending on how bad, more than likely you're getting put off. That's a total court off. And they're gonna do you bad. They gonna dirt you out, stomp you out, all that. Don't come back around here no more. You know what I'm saying? But a DP could be anything, like getting on the internet speaking about shit you have no business speaking up on. You know what I'm saying? Shit that motherfuckers in the hood don't. Sometimes DPs come from selective politicking. I ain't gonna lie to y'all about that.
Hell yeah.
Nigga, hey, tell them, Yael.
Nigga, what? Niggas are know a nigga all bad, and they'll selectively try to politic on you. Try and will want to DP you for standing on something or for doing something like Deucem said. You might spoke on something that you shouldn't have spoke on out, on the internet where you should have really left it in the hood. Where
ran out on some homies. When they got into it at the mall or the swap meet or at the store. Niggas getting down and you done ran out and left your homies. Or, nigga, you go out with your homies to the mall or to a party or something and you leave your homies stranded when they came with you. Nigga, come together, you leave together.
You didn't participate.
Yeah,
you was in the melee. You didn't participate in the melee.
Not participating in the riot in jail, going S&Y, turning down a fade. You might as well get that fade out the way because when the homies do you, they going to make sure you don't never want to see them again. You going to take that next fade. So I don't give a fuck how big they is. You going to be like, man, 3 dudes jumping on me, 4 dudes jumping on me. I might as well fight this big nigga myself. Let's get back into the work, though. Melvin Banks is in his orange attire in prison for attempted murder while he goes to testify direct examination of Melvin Banks on behalf of the prosecution. Nasty.
By the name of Damon Mabins? Yeah. How did you know Damon Mabins? I know Damon since middle school. Did you grow up together? Just about since the 7th grade. You know his family? Yes. Showing you people's one. Do you know who that is? That's Damon. You're smiling. Why are you smiling? That's my dog right there, my friend, your friend. Okay. I wanted to talk to you about something that happened on September. Go ahead. Do you know who that woman was? That's Damon's mother. I'm going to talk to you about an event that occurred on September 3rd, 2005 at the In-N-Out. First of all, did you meet with Damon that night? It would have been September 3rd, 2005? Yeah. Prior to going to the In-N-Out, right? Yeah. Now, when you were going to the In-N-Out, did you know Damon if he had a job or anything like that? Yeah, he just got out of work. So did he work the late shift somewhere? Did he work the late shift that night? I really don't know, but when I talked to him in the parking lot, he told me he just got off of work. Where did he work? Home Depot. Did you live somewhere near Mr. Mabins at the time? I lived right across from him. In a house? In an apartment? What did you live in? In an apartment. Did Mr. Mabins live in an apartment near you? Yes, sir.
Just so y'all know, shout out Spider Low. They went in big on this, what you call it. They got the girl, I think, from Law and Crime or one of these big networks that reads the paperwork to read Melvin Banks' paperwork, Snoopy Bad Ass paperwork. So they definitely went in on this one, professional as hell. But that's the voice that you hear, and I'll tell you exactly where from soon as Spider checks.
Now, when you say he lived across from you, what did you mean? Across the street, across the apartment complex?
Mylene.
Across from the apartment complex. So you lived in the same complex? Yes, sir. When you were there that night, did you contact Mr. Mabins or did he contact you to go out and eat? Well, we didn't go out to eat. I was on the balcony. He waited for me to come over there and talk to him. Did you go? Yeah. Do you know about what time that was? I can't remember. It was late though. I can't really remember no specific time though. When you met together, did you both agree to go to the In-N-Out? And going to the In-N-Out wasn't even part of our plan. What was your plan that night? We was going to the store and to holler at some females. That's where we was on our way to. I don't understand all the lingo, but when you say you're going to holler at some females, what does that mean? We was going to go to some female's house that night. That's where we were on our way to, some girl's house that night. So you were going to pick up some girls? No, we was going to their house. And do you recall which way you took to go to their house? We was pulling out the apartments. We made a left. Did you ever get to the street called Hemlock? Yeah, we was on Hemlock. When you were on Hemlock, did you ever pass the In-N-Out there at Hemlock and Pigeon Pass? We slowed down to look in the parking lot because there was a group of people in the parking lot, and he slowed down. We was looking over there in the parking lot. Now you're slowing down in front of Hemlock, and which way were you going? We were going towards Pigeon Pass. And there's a Home Depot right there? Yeah. Right there at Pigeon Pass and Hemlock? Yes. Where Hemlock intersects with Pigeon Pass? Yes. I want to show you something. Do you recognize that car? That's Damon's car. That's Damon's car? Yes. Were you driving or Damon was driving? Damon was driving. Was there anybody else in the car with you? No, sir. And as you were heading, and we'll call that west on Hemlock, you slowed down to see because you saw some people in the parking lot of In-N-Out? Yes, sir. What do you remember seeing next? I remember seeing the dude just run real fast. That's what caught our attention to him. We weren't looking at anybody else in the parking lot. We seen a guy running real fast and right behind another dude and just shoot. You saw that very clearly? Yeah, clear enough to know what just happened. Now you see distance-wise in this.
I hope y'all paying attention to how serious and how quick a regular day with you and your friend in California. This is in the Inland Empire somewhere. That a day that they planned on going and kick it with some bras at some bras to go kick it at some females' houses for the night. That was their plan. They make a quick stop by the In-N-Out. Maybe they were hungry. Maybe the 7-Eleven's right there. Maybe they getting some blunts. Whatever it was, a quick little detour, and they see a dude running in the lot fast and another dude behind them busting at him. This is what Melvin Banks is detailing as he testifies on behalf of the prosecution. The prosecution who is targeting to get a solidified conviction on a guy named TC, the accusing. Nasty work.
This courtroom. Let's use that as a reference point.
I forgot to tell y'all. So the girl that y'all hear that's reading the transcript, her name is Mai Ling, and she used to work for Crown Court TV. If any of y'all are familiar with Crown Court TV, salute to Spider Loc Most Easty for standing on this campaign and smothering this fuck nigga up out of our community, his voice and everything else. Let's go.
But in this courtroom, from where you might have been sitting in the car to the point where you saw a person, you called him the dude, run up and shoot another person. How far away was that? Like from here to the people all the way in the back of the courtroom? Right here at the back of the courtroom? Yeah. That's about as far as you were when you were sitting in the car and seeing this shooting? Probably a little bit farther. Just for the record, courtroom, the dimension from the witness stand to the back of the room is 35.5 feet. So at that distance, you saw a person. Now, can you describe the person who ran up behind, as you say, the dude? All I know, it was a black dude, but I can't describe no specific features or anything. Showing you people's 3 for identification. See this photograph? Does that look like at least the way the cars were parked prior to you arriving there? Now, I know that we see a car that you identified as Damon's car parked here on.
So he's showing them where Damon's car was at on the video, on the camera. He's describing the suspect and shooter chasing the guy in the parking lot as a black man. He's already cooperating with the prosecution, and this is the reason they put him on the stand. That's the reason why they put Cowboy on the stand in the Eric Holder trial. You don't testify on behalf of the prosecution unless you're trying to help solidify their story to solidify a conviction. Nasty
On the right side. But if Damon's car was not here, do you recall where the shooting took place that you saw? The guy, the dude, the person that got shot, he opened his car, and the other dude we saw ran behind him and just shoot. And that would have been this car. The only car appears to have a door open in this SUV right here. Yes, sir. Was it a white in color SUV? Yes, that one right there. Can you describe the person that you saw being shot? Clothing, anything like that? He had on a jersey. Do you know what color that jersey was? Like black and white? I think it was black and white. I'm going to show you what's been marked as People's 16 for identification. Do you recognize what that photo shows? We see that there's a jersey on that person with black numbers and a white jersey. Does he look similar to the person you saw being shot? Yes. You don't see people get shot every day? Nah. So when you saw that happen in the parking lot, did you recognize who was being shot? At the time, no, I didn't know who it was that was being shot. What about Damon? You guys were in a state like we seen it happen. Were you surprised? Yeah, you just don't walk up the street and see somebody get shot every day. When that happened, at that point in time, did Damon recognize that person? Damon said he think he know that person. Did he give you a name? No, he didn't give no name. I think I know him right there. So as you were driving away, are you still driving away from the In-N-Out at this point in time? Are you passing the In-N-Out? Like a car drifting? By now, we was drifting by the In-N-Out, and he told me, let's go back. Did you want to go back? Nah, I was telling him this ain't got nothing to do with us. Nothing. What we going to go back for? Can you get that off the screen? Hold on for a second. I apologize. So you see that you and Damon are discussing what just happened, right? And Damon wants to go back? Like he said he knew the person that just got shot. Did he want to go back and help him? That's what he said. He said, I think I know him. We should go back. I'm telling him that ain't got nothing to do with us. We shouldn't go back. But Damon said, let's go back. He kept driving, made a right on Pigeon Pass, went and did a U-turn and went back and went up in the In-N-Out parking lot, pulled up behind the white truck. That happened pretty quickly. Then the U-turn coming back? Yeah. Time is pretty amazing how it stands still. Like, what you mean? Objection, argumentative, Your Honor, leading, overruled. He didn't answer the question, so ask it again, rephrase it. What did time feel like at that point in time? I was just like in a state of shock. I was kind of mad at Damon because I couldn't control the car. He was going back anyway. Was that just like Damon to go back and help somebody out? Yeah, he helped me out plenty of times. So you guys are driving back and you go, do you recall how you drove up to the scene that you had just seen? He pulled behind the white truck. Is this car parked right behind the white truck, or is it to the right and the rear of the white truck? Like, well, when we pulled up on the white truck, it looked like it was behind the truck, but on that picture right there, it doesn't look like it's right behind it. Let me show you People's 5 for identification. Do you recognize what that shows? Shows behind the truck. So you see the white stripe here, the parking stall line on the right-hand side of the center stall, the white line? Uh-huh. You see where the car is parked right now, where Damon parked it? Like on the side of it? Just on the side of it? Yeah. In your estimation, you thought it was behind, but you can see in the photograph it's a little different. Was. So then, did you both get out at the same time? He got out first. What did you do? I was just couldn't believe he was getting out to watch somebody dead laying on the ground, you know? He was looking and told me to get out the car, and I got out the car too, and I peeked and looked. Was there anybody else in the parking lot? There was a group of people in the parking lot. So there were still people in the parking lot? Yeah. How many people would you estimate? I can't estimate, but I know the parking lot was packed. Now, when the shooting happened, though, and you came back, was the parking lot full? Like while the shooting was going on? No, after the shooting. After the shooting had occurred, you had driven, made a U-turn, and came back. Was the parking lot full at that time? Yeah. That's what you remember? Yeah. So there were people in the parking lot. Other people? Yeah. And you and Damon got out of the car and Damon got to the body first? Damon got out the car first. Did you both arrive to look at the body at the same time? When I got out the car, he was already at the body. Can you describe for me what he was doing when you saw him at the body? Crouched down, looked like saying whoever did this was wrong. When you say crouch down, I'm crouching down, like both knees? He wasn't all the way down like that. Now I'm bending over at my waist, kind of bending down like this, just like looking like basically stunned, tripping off of it. So your description of Damon's demeanor at that time is he's tripping or stunned as he's down at the body, bent at the waist? Yes, sir. Were you able to see fully from the rear of the car to the door as it opened like that? Like over when he was looking, I got out the car, like shortly afterwards. But what I'm talking about, you walked around which side of the car in order to see the body? The hood, I walked around. The front? Yeah. You walked around the front of the car? Yeah. No. You mean the front of Damon's car? The front of Damon's car. You walked around the front of Damon's car, meaning on this photograph, people's, I believe it is 5, you walked around the front and then to the rear of this white SUV on the back side of the SUV? Yes, sir. And then did you get all the way to the side, the driver's side, to be able to see what we're looking at right now? I wasn't on the driver's side or nothing, but I was right on the side of Damon. Would you have been able to see anybody standing inside that door when you came around the back of the SUV and when you turned and looked at the body? Would you have been able to see? Yeah, I would have, but I didn't see. No. I have to put this photograph up again. It's People's 16. So you see how this door is open. The body is there. Where would Damon had been standing at that point in time? Like, right, can you see my finger? I can't, but maybe I'll come over and you can explain. What the witness has indicated is just to the rear of the driver's side rear tire at about right where the pencil is located. So that's near the rear fender, just underneath the gas cap area. Is that right? Where the pencil is pointing? Is that where Damon would have been standing observing? Can you bring it down some? Yeah, like right there. And what we're describing for you, there appears to be a shoe or tennis shoes in the photograph next to the parking stall or the middle parking stall left borderline. Okay, is that about where Damon would have been standing? Yes, sir. Where would you have been standing? I was right by the light. People's Five, when you say the light, the headlight, the backlight of the SUV? Yeah. So you were there and you could clearly see into that open door area there. Did you see a person standing there? No, sir. No one was there. How long were you guys there observing the body before something else happened? A couple seconds. Enough for Damon to say that's just wrong. Is that what you heard? No, he was just, man, I was like, let's go now. We didn't see nothing. He was looking like, man, he said he used like a little slang word, like, what's up with this? Did he tell you who he thought that was at that point? When he seen him on the ground, he knew exactly who he was. Did he give you a name? Yeah. What was it? Sharif. He said, that's Sharif. That's the dude that just got that happened to. I knew Sharif too. I didn't know who he was when I seen him got shot, but when Damon refreshed my memory who he was, he said his name, I knew who he was. You had seen Sharif around then? Yeah. You came around, you saw Sharif laying there,
So they knew
and
this
Damon
dude
was
and watched
standing
him
just
get
to the
shot.
front and to the left of you. Is
They gonna
that fair
check
to
on
say
him and
as you're
dude
looking at Sharif?
gunned
Yes, sir.
down the nigga with
What
him
do you remember happening next?
for getting in his
Someone
business.
came out of nowhere and shot Damon. Now you're saying somebody, and on the night, we'll get to that. But you initially, when you talked to the police, you were asked to look at a photo 6-pack, right? What you mean?
So now she's getting to the part that the night that the murder happened, murders, plural, happened, Melvin Banks, aka Snoopy Bad Ass, would talk to the detectives. And they asked him to look at a photo 6-pack, right? Now, listen to this. This is nasty work. Hit that like button, man. What is y'all on? We got the content, man.
A photo with 6 individuals photographed in the lineup and asked to identify who you thought shot Damon. Remember that? That was days afterwards. But you didn't.
So he's not denying whether or not he picked somebody out in the 6-pack. She said it was the night that it happened. He said, oh, no, that was days after. So you would have picked somebody out in the 6-pack, right?
Identify that person? No, I didn't. Do you see the person who shot Damon that night here in court today? I really can't remember. I went into shock. Mr. Banks, you said that you're here and you have to tell the truth, right? I am telling the truth. You're incarcerated, right? You're in jail? Yes, sir. And you understand that a person who, or do you understand that a person who comes to court to testify against another person, what is that person usually known as? You can say it right here in court. Snitch.
So Snoopy Bad Ass is insulting you niggas' intelligence, telling y'all he's not a snitch. Telling you guys it don't matter that he testified on the stand. But the district attorney is telling him you're in jail, right? Right. And I know this is hard, right? But the facts of this case, you're here to tell the truth, right? Yeah, I'm here to tell the truth. Well, you're in jail, and what do you understand that a person who comes to court to testify against another person, what is that person usually known as? You can say it here in court. So she's asking him what he's doing and what it's called, right? And he answers the question, a snitch. You know? She's saying that she knows he doesn't want to be called a snitch, and it's hard for him because he's in jail. He knows that he's snitching. But today, this fake ass CB4 Jerry Curl Eazy-E impersonating nigga that came with this whole publicity stunt as if he's from Bompton, Hollywood, Paru, which he did get put on at one point, but that was after about 2 or 3 other hoods he was claiming. You know what I'm saying? But this nigga know that he's a rat. He knows he was ratting. We finna rewind that part so y'all can hear us say it again. This is Snoopy Bad Ass telling you he knows he's a snitch. Let's go.
I went into shock. Mr. Banks, you said that you're here and you have to tell the truth, right? I am telling the truth. You're incarcerated, right? You're in jail? Yes, sir. And you understand that a person who, or do you understand that a person who comes to court to testify against another person, what is that person usually known as? You can say it right here in court. Snitch. Right. Now we understand that. That's how it works. But in court today, you're saying that's your best friend, one of your best friends here. People's one, and he was killed, right? Yes, sir. Killed before your eyes. Is that right? Yes, sir. And you saw the person who didn't. Isn't that true? Yes, sir. I'll ask you again. Do you see the person who killed your friend? Yeah, he's sitting over there. And you indicated with your
He described the whole murder scene, everything that happened, act like he didn't want to give the guy up, even though he already identified this dude in a 6-pack days after the murder happened. He done already told the police that he was at the scene of the crime. So they know that you done seen something because you done told them that you done seen something. You done picked somebody out the 6-pack. They tell you they know it's hard because you're in jail. And what are you doing on the stand testifying against somebody else? What is that called? Snitching. Is Snoopy Bad Ass replied. And then they said, I ask you again, do you see the person who killed your friend? He said, yeah, he's sitting over there.
Deuce, he said, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm. He knew he was squealing and willing for that Dylan. You understand what I'm saying? He knew he was telling. That's why he's trying to change the narrative. Like CS2 back and be like, we ain't worried about the people we ain't worried about people who already told in the paperwork. We worried about people that's not in the paperwork. Nah, nigga, we worried about you too, nigga. We worried about you too. You ain't getting away from this. CB4 Jerry Curl Juice Dripper.
Oh man.
We got you, nigga. We got you.
He got himself. He tricked himself. Then he said, yeah, he's sitting over there. And then the question was, and you indicated with your head, the far end of counsel's table, my left. Is he wearing the blue shirt and gold rimmed glasses? Answer, yes, sir. Mr. Aki, identifying for the record the defendant. Your Honor, the court, yes. So Mr. Banks testified, described the black man as being the murderer, picked the man up out of 6-pack. We don't even got to see this no more. This is why you're not accepted in our community. This is why, even though you echo in the voice that we've been doing for 2 years and exposing CS2 back, don't try to be buddy-buddy with us. Don't play good cop because CS2 and say CS2 back is a bad cop. Y'all both rats. You didn't have no problem with him when you was on No Jumper, and he told you did bad.
Deuce, not just him telling him, he admitted and said he did bad.
Well, the first thing is admitting that you're wrong. So I commend him on that part. But being a rat, you forfeited all the commending you could get from me, so it don't even count, my nigga. You know, all them stripes you tried to earn, phase you took, work you put in, you know what I'm saying? You forfeit all that when you rap, bro. That's confiscated. You know what I'm saying? You're done. Fried, cooked. Damn, I believe that fool too. Damn, Dope Action, Big Facts, you believe him? Damn, bro, it happens to all of us, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially,
It happened to me when I was dealing with Loose Coochie. I
bro.
thought he was cool. Whole time the nigga got he got money from the evidence locker of the
DEA
taped on it.
Yeah, it's DEA
man.
evidence taped on the money. Nigga, Loose Coochie Cannon.
Oh.
These niggas out here working. Cold game, y'all. Ain't always positive. You right. Rat ate the cheese. Yeah, you right, bro. Man, shaking my head.
I gotta say this before we end, man. This brother is not a representation of the city of Compton, the city of Bompton. I gotta say this, dude. I can't let him get away with this. We got so many counterfeits. We know what $100 bill look like. We know what a real blue strip look like. He's not 100%, homie. He's a counterfeit. He's somebody like, listen, you done hood hop from all these different communities. They didn't want you. And then you claim that these niggas was rats. That's why you left. And then to come to find out, you get on the stand and you snitch. So you learned from the hoods previously before you. Nigga, your politicking is trash. Nigga, I can see if you was from them communities and you stayed, you found niggas was snitching, you politic, and you just couldn't do it no more, so you fell back from them. But nigga, you still you kept hopping and hopping around, bunny hopping around until you finally landed in the Hollies, and then they rejected you because you was a goofy and you out here telling. Nigga, I remember when you lived in my community. And
Wait, you said this nigga used to live in the Wilmington Arms?
Yeah, bro, he used to live in the hood, bro. He was dealing
you gotta tell us about that, y'all.
Bro, he was dealing with a homie that I know, baby mama. You know what I'm saying? And I guess them two niggas had issues and about a female. I didn't know the gist of it. I just knew that he lived with her and they was dealing with each other, and the homie wasn't feeling it, so they was, he got the nigga up out of there. You feel me? And that nigga Snoopy moved.
Oh yeah, but he didn't want to come outside, huh? He was ducking that fade, huh?
Most definitely. But not even just that, bro was just a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? Like, he stayed in the house. He didn't come outside. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. Was he claiming Hollywood at that time?
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I have no idea. That nigga was in the house. I didn't deal with him. He was in the house all the time. I didn't deal with that dude. You feel me?
Right.
But regardless of that, bro, you not a representation of, you not even an original nigga from the city. You came from, I don't know where you came from, Reno Valley. I don't know where this nigga from.
But he ain't from the hub. He can keep the hub up out his motherfucking mouth.
Salute Choppy Woppy for exposing this goofy nigga. Salute everybody who got on board and exposed the paperwork and did they due diligence and bringing that paperwork to the lights. Dudes know how I feel about snitching. I politic on niggas on the daily for this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I can't fuck with no nigga like that. You ain't no representation of the city. And any nigga that done did some secret snitching and they come out, your ass is getting ETE, nigga. We gonna expose your goofy ass, nigga. You ain't no representation of us, the real Damus and the real Kiwes that's not hiding behind nothing, standing on business. We do not accept you, bro. Don't accept that, nigga. Your ass getting booted.
He has no voice in our community. Our doggy says that's not ratting. I'm gonna make sure I look at your thing, Mr. Officer. Or you a SA? That might not be his real thing, but hey, if you saying that, now I understand why. So I'm gonna leave that where that's at, my nigga. Y'all politics a lot different from our politics. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but yeah, bro, this nigga went out bad. It ain't gonna take that long. I want to get into this, how long we been on? We can wait till tomorrow, man. Do y'all want some more? Y'all ain't even, what them likes are looking like. If they did interactive, man, share this, man. We got some new shit we want to speak on. Oh, always positive. Yael, could you do the pleasures? We got a super chat.
Oh, snap. We got a Snoop. Oh, always positive. We got he definitely ain't no real Compton nigga on y'all game. Always positive with the 9.99 super chat. We appreciate you, brother. Salute to you, your family, anything and everything got donated to the Damu Kiwe conversation team is highly appreciated. Blessings to you.
Zenny Valentine said, I like y'all content. I have an idea for y'all too. Well, hit me in my back, what you call it? Oh, he said he's German and Irish. Yeah, I believe you working with the Germans. So your code of ethics and your moral compass is totally the opposite of us. We come from different struggles. They would have forced you into being do a certain amount of hours, kind of like how people got to do community service. Your community service would have been a slave catcher in the early slave days, you know what I'm saying? So you kind of like, you know, you have to put your little hours in. Every U.S. citizen had a duty to do a certain amount of hours as a slave catcher, even those that were against slaves or didn't have no slaves. So you grew up believing in this system because it benefited you and working with and calling law enforcement, enjoying that white privilege, right? People like us were the rebellious slaves that were being chased when we were trying to run away because we got tired of seeing our mothers being raped or our wives being raped. You know what I'm saying? Our children being molested. You know what I'm saying? Whipped, limbs chopped off, treated like cattle.
Fed to alligators and alligator bait. Stretched with
alligator bait.
Yeah, man.
Unaliving of babies, slamming them up against the head, the buck breaking of the strong, rebellious brothers that was on the plantations, who left the plantations. The strong ones is going to be up in them swamps. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Nat Turner. You know? So, yeah, I definitely get that you come from a different perspective, but this is kind of like, you can watch the content, but this is kind of like, when we draw the line in the sand. I see you on that side. You've been conditioned to believe this, and I'm cool with that. We respectfully disagree. I love all races. I could believe that too. But I don't believe it, because if you believe and you loved all races, then you will want for your brother. That's what the Quran say. You want for your brother what you want for yourself. So that means that you endorse reparations, right? 40 acres and a mule, payback for a debt that was never made right, equitable debt. So you do advocate for that, right, all dog? Even though you work with the government, you know what I'm saying, or believe in working with the government, you know what I'm saying, as a German, you know what I'm saying? Let me know, because we don't got no issues with the races. You're going to have some people on the front line that's straight from Germany, but they understand that it's really the government against the people. Shit, they had to kill me because I ain't chasing after nobody for no slave masters or law enforcement, even as a white man. Fuck that. Well, they wouldn't have killed you. I think that they taxed you. Like if you didn't do it, they gave you an ordinance. I'm gonna have to research that, or maybe even imprisoned you. Shit, they have. Okay, let's go. Doggy, I hate the government. Hey, doggy, I'm starting to love you already. My type of white guy. You know what I'm saying? Now that's something we can work with. Hey, doggy, tell us how that's not snitching. We ain't finna get into that. We all know that's snitching. He can't relate. He don't relate to us. Yeah, but that's where the communication and the conversation come from. We're able to dialogue and build with each other. Maybe he could get a little bit of understanding. Not like he really walked in our chucks, that kind of understanding, but he could better understand our position and where he's at with it. You know what I'm saying?
That's well said, and welly dialogue to put Deuce, because I would have went hard on his ass.
Hey, can somebody put the number of likes in the chat? How many likes we got? Because if we ain't got at least 100 and some likes, I'm gonna end this live, and y'all gonna have to wait till tomorrow. But 130, yeah, that's good enough. Hit them like buttons. If we could get They said 131. If we could get 25 more likes, I'll run some of this exclusive content freshly released. Hey, Li, what up? What up? Hey, let's cut back on the cursing. Let's cut back on the cursing because we streamed a lot, but we finna go. Shout out my boy, Scandalous Los Angeles TV. We gonna be reacting to this tomorrow, and I'm gonna get into some more of the Ray J Rico and some of the evidence thereof. They even got my video as evidence in the new Rico against Ray J and Wack 100. A new Rico allegations filed in federal court. Hey, shout out my boy, Scandalous Los Angeles TV. Hey, Pork Butt Los Angeles TV. Y'all need to go check that shit out because that nigga be dissecting shit.
Scandalous Los Angeles, man. You the truth, my nigga. I swear to God.
Scandalous TV, Scandalous Los Angeles.
Shout out to Scandalous Los Angeles.
Scandalous nigga, Scandalous Los Angeles. I was just waiting to come in.
Shout out to Scandalous Los Angeles TV.
No, you the truth, Scandalous Los Angeles. You my favorite.
Scandalous don't even know. I was really depressed until he did that shit with, playing with my family.
We'll be exposed. Oh, West Side Crip, nigga.
Shout out to all them dudes, man. Scandalous TV, you know.
I'm gonna give you a shout out, Scandalous TV. This is 600. The best to do it and get away with it. Hey, make sure y'all shout out Scandalous TV. Like, share, and subscribe. See y'all soon. Let's get it.
Scandalous Los Angeles TV, some motherfucking loot.
I got you. You did your job, bro. You did 60 diss videos against me. So you got it.
Scandalous Los Angeles TV.
She can
expose these nice ass niggas that think they somebody's.
Shout out to Scandalous Los Angeles, man. We finna jump into this content without no further ado. Don'ts, man. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, what's up? We live for all the out there. What's up? Y'all want to be famous? Here you go.
Welcome back to Scandalous Los Angeles TV, where we expose the exposers. The walls keep closing in on CS2 back, you guys. His snitch coat is being pulled in every direction. Just the other day, we heard the Wheeler County court clerk say she was just going to keep quiet and plead the fifth when it comes to Porky's gun case, being dismissed in the interest of justice.
I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. I'm going to just keep my mouth shut. I'm going to plead the fifth on that.
Well, today we're going to be listening to Reggie Wright, because we also spoke to him the other day. He let us know that he himself questioned whether or not Porky had worked as an informant for Greg Kading. On his live the other day, Deuce M's asked Reggie if he was going to stand on the statements he made regarding CS2 back.
You going to stand on you telling me that suspect working 100 being an informant for Greg Kading? I never said that. I never said that. So you got some audio because I'm sure you was taping our phone call.
If y'all look, y'all see Active Chucks, that's my account, telling Reggie why he lied. Are you going to stand on you telling me that you suspected Wack 100 of being an informant for Greg Kading and Dupree? He tried to act like he didn't know who Dupree was when he's telling us about what Scandalous finna get into it. But this comes on the heels of me pressing like this nigga saying I got my jaw broke and I got DP. Never, ever in my life have I been DP. Not once. Nigga, I called the DPs, nigga. Not only just called them, ran the DPs. Nigga, I ain't never had my motherfucking jaw broke. But this is what the police, well, he's an ex-police now, but a 137 informant is the agenda that him and CS2 back was pushing. So we tried, he said, well, look, I don't want to come at you. You just owe me because of Wack. Let's squash it. I said, okay, cool. But while we was on the phone, he told me that he suspected Wack 100 of being an informant, and he thought so much of that he went and asked Greg Kading and he asked Dupree, was Wack 100 the informant? So let's get into it.
Phone call.
Just to put a little paint where it ain't, there was more than one phone call. There were 3 phone calls in total, and I was on all 3 of them. The first phone call, Reggie told us that he asked Greg and Dupree if CS Tubac ever worked as an informant for them. He tried to act like he couldn't remember Dupree's name, though. At any rate, Reggie said he asked them if Porky worked as an informant for them, and Reggie insisted that Greg and Dupree emphatically tried to convince him that, no, he did not. The conversation went on for about 2 to 3 minutes, and out of nowhere, without anyone asking him, Reggie said, "Do you guys want to know why I believe that Wack might have been an informant?" Then he said, he became suspicious when he noticed that Wack's name was changed in Greg Kading's paperwork. He didn't say Greg's movie, he said Greg's paperwork. Before anyone could ask him the obvious question, which was, what was the name changed to? Reggie said, I don't know what his name was changed to. That was on the first call. The second phone call, Reggie said that Wack's name was changed in Greg Kading's movie. Remember, Reggie said all these things to us, believing that he was being recorded.
So this nigga think we recording him while he talking to us. The first time he did, and we did record, but we're not going to put it out because we weren't, first of all, we trying to squash a beef with him. But I told him to be a man and stand on it. I wanted to see whether or not he was going to stand on it. He tried to spin it. That's why he called back the second time, because he said too much. He told us initially, me, Spider Loke, and Scandalous on the phone with Reggie Wright, me and him talking about how we gonna squash our beef or whatever. He said, cool, or back and forth, not a real beef anyway, right? He said, I told him, clarify the fact that I ain't never got DP, that he lied about that. He tippy-toed around and basically said that on his bond first. He's supposed to brought me onto his bond first, which he still haven't done. See, you ain't a man of your word, Reggie. He's a lying son of a bitch. Boom. Then the nigga said at some point he became suspicious that Wack was an informant. He asked Greg Kading and Dupree. After that, they denied it. He's a 137. They can't tell him. He said, well, I got a real good friendship with those guys, and I would think that they would tell me. They can't even tell a judge, Reggie. And you're going to hear the police tell Reggie that before, an FBI agent, that they couldn't tell him who was it. And Greg Kading specifically wouldn't even know all of the FBI's confidential sources, right? Because they couldn't tell him. He's an LAPD officer. It's a need-to-know basis. This nigga said, the reason that he suspected Wack of being an informant and an informant for Dupree and Greg Kading was because his name was changed in Greg Kading's paperwork. This is the first phone call. Then he called back and tried to clean it up. He calls us back and he's trying to clean it up, believing he's being recorded, and try to switch it to, oh no, their name was changed in a movie or a book. Now let's get back to Scandalous Los Angeles TV. Just wanted to make sure y'all was catching up what was going on.
Which means he wanted to make sure that this info came out about Porky.
Because I know how you do. And I have never said that he was an informant, or you use the word suspect. I did. Okay, let me just clear that up then, since you want to talk about it. I've had ex-cop friends of mine was Wack 100 an informant on that case, because I noticed in the murder rap, either the book or the movie or something like that, or maybe Unsolved, that they changed his name. And he was one of the few people whose names got changed in the show of either Unsolved or Murder Rap. And they didn't use his name. And I think they didn't put Stutterbox's name. So Stutterbox, Wack, and Teresa Swan, they changed their names, and they didn't use his name. And I think they didn't put Stutterbox's name. So Stutterbox, Wack, and Teresa Swan, they changed their names.
So now this is where the holes start to fall in his story. He tried to clean up by him saying too much by calling back, trying to get us to record him as he changed the story, saying that he didn't say it was changed in Greg Caden's paperwork. But the reason what he's saying doesn't make sense, because he said they never said Tanisha Swan name. They never said, they changed Tanisha Swan name, they changed Stutterbox name, and they changed Wack name in the movie. So let's go. But remember earlier he said they only changed 2 people name in the movie, but now it's 3.
What lady?
Teresa Swan. She's one of Shook's baby mamas.
That's from the movie.
We've got a search warrant.
They said her name.
You're in a shitload of trouble, Teresa.
So as you guys just heard, Teresa Swan's real name was used in the movie. When we spoke to Reggie the second time, he told us that there was only 2 people whose names were changed in the movie, and he told us that CS2 back was one of them.
Hey, how about some good news? Yes, please. Got a new informant courtesy of Justine's friends at the Bureau. Might have some info on Suge. Your friends tell you any more than that?
They say he's come through on some things, but I'm still vetting him. Name's Percy Locke.
The woman that brings up Stutterbox is also the woman that CS2 back was talking about when he said he met Stutterbox at Stevie's, and he brought an undercover FBI agent with him, talking about...
Wack has told this story so many times about, well, he told 2 different versions of it, right? Which means she probably really lined them up, that it was 2 women that Stutterbox used to always bring to Stevie's on the Strip to eat. And then it was one time, and it was one woman that he brought to Stevie's on the Strip to meet. And she was talking about Suge Knight and how her plug went dark, and she's trying to get 5 keys of work. So, yeah, this is this is who that's supposed to be. This is the story. This is Wack 100. Let's go.
About kilos of cocaine.
I'm being
Hold
recorded.
on, Box.
Talking. Get the paperwork.
Box, check this out. If you had as Stevie's that night, when I went up to the federal building with my attorney to get my files, they was there in flat jackets, bro.
Now he getting his files.
That's a fact. The light skin was in there with a FBI flag jacket.
And his lawyer.
So I don't know who had what, but I didn't care. They're talking about she out here to meet with Suge. Meet with some nigga to get some birds from New Orleans. She here, I had a Suge plug. I went to valet. I went to the fake bathroom, hit the valet. Box, you called me asking me where I was at. Did you not? Where you at?
Yeah.
Box, started talking greasy. I got up out of there, homie. I told you that.
Right, because they faked his ball frog. They had me thinking you were trying to lie me with a dog. They played both sides against the middle, right? And I told you I was
trying to
wrong for
line
that.
you, nigga.
They played both sides against the middle.
Pay attention to that too. Stutterbox said that the police played him and Wack against each other because the police told Stutterbox that Wack tried to line him up for Del Dog to get closer to Shaquille O'Neal and Del Dog and them in the bag. Conspiracy to murder. Remember, Stutterbox had been said that.
Stutterbox has went public and admitted that he went to the police to put some protection on his family after he was kidnapped, robbed, and pistol whipped. What Stutterbox has not went public and said, though, is that he was working with the FBI to help them lock up Marion Knight. He's never publicly admitted that he brought an FBI agent with him to meet with Porky. He told us that he went to the police after Del Dog had him kidnapped.
And I almost lost my life. My wife almost lost her life. My Rolls Royce got shut up like 30 times. And I stayed, I stayed moving around, but they threatened to kidnap my niece, she's 12 years old, and my nephew, and they was babies. And I made a conscious decision to put some protection on my family, because I know I'm supposed to keep it in the streets, cuz. I'm supposed to keep it in the streets. What I did was totally against the grain. But me as a man, I can live with that, because little Stutterbox got killed. My little homie. And I couldn't go to Thanksgiving to my mom's house, and my sisters and brothers is there, and all my kids there, and their kids is not because of me, cuz. And did nobody go to jail gets into prison. I just put some awareness to the situation so a nigga keep the hurt off my family.
He never told us the events that led to him working with the feds to lock up Suge. This might be one of the only things CS2 Back has told us the truth about.
Okay. Set up a meeting with this Mr. Locke. This can't be our guy.
Detective Caden.
Caden. Aaron Dupree. Nice whip.
You take it for a spin?
Some other time. Have a seat. So, Percy, we hear that you can tell us what Suge Knight's been up to these days.
It ain't music. Tell you that.
And what is it?
Drug game. Yeah, Suge in deep.
In deep's not going to cut it. We need details.
They moving kilos. Colombian coke through Mexico, up and down the West Coast. For proof, you go check into that truck driver that he done partnered up with. Truck driver that he done partnered up with. Truck driver that he done partnered up with.
What's in it for you?
Oh, I did a lot of dumb shit when I was a young, and I'm just trying to make it right.
That and you get 10% of whatever cash we confiscate.
So they're saying this is supposed to be box. They're saying, why are you giving us the truck driver? We all know the truck driver is CS2 Back, Wack 100, who truck was stopped, all of these other things searched, and maybe they found some yickers, who knows? They made sure that we didn't know what happened with and what was found in those things, and Wack ain't gonna bring his receipts and paperwork because he knows that he got caught with something. So they asking him, why is you giving us the truck driver? And they saying basically Stutterbox is saying because I did a lot of messed up stuff, guilty conscience or whatever, right? And I'm trying to make up for what I did in the past. Give up the truck driver and Darren Dupree, who is allegedly CS2 Back handler, or was, he's retired now, and which was Greg Caden's superior. That was his partner, but his superior. And in the Biggie Smalls investigation murder, that's what they were over. The Biggie Smalls, Tupac Shakur, unalived investigations. You know what I'm saying? And he said, he said, no, you're getting 10% of any money that we confiscate. So here it go. Paid.
That and you get 10% of whatever cash we confiscate.
Really?
Detective Dupree just told Stutterbox that he gets 10% of anything that is confiscated from CS2 Back. So Greg Kading is saying to everyone watching his movie that Stutterbox was being paid by the feds to set people up. Stutterbox did tell CS2 Back that Greg Kading's whole movie and book was a lie. Box should do an interview explaining to all of us exactly what happened. The point of all of this is to show you that Greg Kading, for some odd reason, changed Stutterbox's name from Robert Ross to Percy Locke.
What's this truck driver's name? 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 What's this truck driver's name?
Alonzo Zoe Scott. Alonzo Zoe Scott. Alonzo Zoe Scott. Criminal history is minor, but he has been linked to the Bloods, which arguably links him to.
So Alonzo Zoe Scott. This is what, for some reason, they changed. And we know Suge ex-wife was taken by Reggie Wright Jr. to the FBI to tell them that Suge told her to give $15,000 to Poochie in a alleged hit against Biggie Smalls. So now they didn't change her name, right? But in the movie purposes, they changed Fox's name and they changed CS2 back name. Look what they called him in the movie. Why would Greg Caden change CS2 back name in the movie?
Alonzo Zoe Scott.
Alonzo Zoe
is
Scott. Wack 100.
Criminal history is minor, but he has been linked to the Bloods, which arguably links him to
the
Suge.
blood.
There's nothing in this guy's jacket that yells dope smoke,
True, but he does own a big rig.
which could just be for trucking.
What do you think? Well, we already know that Sugar's a two-time felon, so if we can jam up this guy's Zoe, get him to flip on Suge, then that's strike three. If we can jam up this guy's Zoe, get him to flip on Suge, then that's strike three.
There were no arrests made other than Cash Jones.
So their intent was to hem up Zoe, which is Wack 100, get him to flip because they got leverage over him, dope, guns, whatever they find on him. Talk to him, get him to flip. Once they get him to flip, he gives them Suge Knight. Suge Knight gets his third strike and they get him off the street. Wack said they never found nothing. Greg Caden comes and lies for him, but you have Detective Coette, a sheriff on the Main Street case. Greg Caden is on the Biggie Small Tupac Shakur murder investigation. He just helped federalize the Main Street investigation. And this is what Detective Coette say.
We can jam up this guy's Zoe, get him to flip on Suge.
Let's back it up a little.
What's this truck driver's name? 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 What's this truck driver's name?
Alonzo Zoe Scott. Alonzo Zoe Scott. Alonzo Zoe Scott. Criminal history is minor, but he has been linked to the Bloods, which arguably links him to Suge.
There's nothing in this guy's jacket that yells dope smoke,
True, but he does own a big rig.
which could just be for trucking.
What do you think? Well, we already know that Sugar's a two-time felon, so if we can jam up this guy's Zoe, get him to flip on Suge, then that's strike three. If we can jam up this guy's Zoe, get him to flip on Suge, then that's strike three.
There were no arrests made other than Cash Jones.
If we can jam up this guy's Zoe, get him to flip on Suge, then that's strike.
Why do you think Greg Caden is saying and Wack 100 saying he was never caught or arrested, but Detective Coette is saying that he was the only person arrested?
Strike three. Puts him in the crosshairs of life in prison. Leverage like that, he might just tell us what happened to Biggie.
Because of this, a man with a background in law enforcement like Reggie.
They wanted CS2 back to tell them what happened to Biggie. Wack 100 admits he went to the 64th floor and talked to Greg Caden and Darren Dupree. What do you think he talked to him about? We know they asked, did he know who Stutterbox was? Greg Caden's admitted that. But their whole intentions is to ask questions about Biggie's murder. After raiding these guys' houses, speaking with these people, Reggie Wright Jr., Tanisha Swan, CS2 back, Greg Caden was able to come with this whole Poochie theory that Poochie killed Biggie. Let's go, though.
Believed that CS2 back was an informant. So much so that he went to Greg Caden and asked him. He's letting all of us know that Porky is CS2 back. We all knew that it was just a matter of time before Reggie paid Porky back for trying to bail out Kiwe D.
And I asked them that, but like I have always told you, that they have always told me, emphatically told me that Wack 100 was never a snitch or an informant on anything regarding that case, regarding Suge Knight.
So Reggie said that Dupree and Caden said that Wack was never an informant. We all know that Greg has been protecting Wack because he's a 137.
Okay? You understand that the FBI, and I think this is probably a good way to end this part of the discussion. Back then, when I was working this case, there were two types of sources that the FBI had. A 270 source is somebody that's willing to testify. They're willing to get a break on whatever the situation they're caught up in, and to try to get a break, they're willing to testify. They have to testify, or we would not open them up as 70 source. Okay? Period. The other type of source is what we call the 137 source. And that's somebody that's not willing to testify, and we will never divulge their information, and we will never state whether they were an FBI source or not. And the reason for that is for a couple of reasons. One, it's not only to protect the source, but two, it's to show sources out there that when the FBI gives their word, when they want somebody to cooperate, if that person is willing to cooperate, but they don't want anybody to know that they're cooperating, they don't want anybody to know the kind of information they're providing, or what the reasons are that they are providing the information and cooperating, that we will never divulge their name. That includes even in front of a judge. Okay? Now that's a pretty strong relationship that the FBI would have with what we call the 137 source back then. Okay?
So that's no big deal. The big deal is that in Greg's entire movie, he only changed two people's names, Stutterbox and CS Two-Back.
And I'll stand on that. And that is what I told you. So if you have some audio of me, I'm sure you do, saying anything differently, then please release it. Because then I'm definitely a liar then.
So there you have it.
So he's saying, I know you have the audio because he knows that that's what he said. Let's get back into this and finish this off.
Reggie is finally beginning to expose CS Two-Back. Greg Kading changed Porky's name to protect him, but Porky wanted fame so bad that he told everybody he was in Greg's movie. CS Two-Back lied to the world and told us that he helped free Shaq, Del Dog, and 6 other Main Street Crips. Let's listen to what Greg Kading has to say about this, and let's hear why he says the case was really dismissed.
Well, first of all, Shaquille was not charged with anything. Shaquille had nothing, there was no charges or anything against him. It just, the whole issue between Stutterbox and Del Dog stemmed from Stutterbox's attempt to extort Shaquille. So those guys, the gangs.
Now, I do want to take this brief intermission right here to give y'all this two pieces of paper that y'all need to see from the paperwork on the Main Street case. They wanted to crack Wack 100. He said he was never cracked. He said he didn't do nothing wrong. Well, I'm telling you now, he's a goddamn lie. We finna do this, and we got about 3 minutes left on this video, and we'll be done. But we definitely wanted to cook this for y'all. Let me go to this. So what he just said right now is that Stutterbox, Stutterbox was trying to extort Shaquille O'Neal, right? That's conspiracy to extort, right? Ross, who was, oh, y'all can't see that. Let me blow this up for y'all while I read it. We got the word. Ross, who was still upset over the fact he was owed money, talk about from the Ray J deal, for him bringing Ray J to the table, the Deja 34 Records, had a friend named Cash Jones deliver a message to Mark Stevens and Shaquille O'Neal. This is Stutterbox's statement to the police. He's saying that he sent CS2 back to extort Shaquille O'Neal and Mark Stevens, telling them that Ross had a videotape of O'Neal having sex with a woman. I got the tape. Inside of Ross's home in July 2007. Stevens, who had been to Ross's home knew that he had surveillance cameras throughout his home and that O'Neal had in fact been there. Ross told investigators Fournier and Detective Kiwe, who said, hey, Yael, what was that detective name that said the only one person that they arrested in that investigation was who?
Cash McElroy Jones.
Cash Jones. And the kidnapping took place approximately 2 weeks after Jones delivered the message to Stevens and O'Neal. So Wack actually delivered the message. Let me tell y'all something about conspiracy. If we come up with a plan to do a crime, right? And I come up with the plan, me and Yael, hey Yael, look, my nigga, these nigga owe me some money. We finna get it up out them niggas. We finna extort this bitch ass nigga. Nigga, we finna lean on them. This is what I need you to do. They not answering my calls, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I need you to go push up on that nigga Mark Stevens and that nigga Shaq. Tell them niggas I got a tape of that nigga Shaq fucking a bitch in my house, nigga, and TMZ will pay a whole lot of money for it. The minute that Yael does what I say, one overt act is all it takes to be a part of a conspiracy. In this case, a conspiracy to extort. Him going to talk to Mark Stevens and deliver this message on behalf and initiate the extortion, because Stutterbox can't talk to him. He no longer there. This is a crime that the feds and the sheriffs were well aware of, because they got Stutterbox telling them that's what happened, who was the engineer of the extortion attempt, right? Well, I believe it was Wack playing. He just gave it to this nigga, right? And then here goes another one. This is Mark Stevens, what you call it. So it say, within the next couple months, Stevens received a voicemail message from Ross stating, I need to talk to you, man. The big fella, he's slipping. He's making a lot of mistakes, referring to Shaquille O'Neal, right? Soon after he get these messages from Box that he need to talk to him, Stevens receives a call from Cash Jones, who told him that Ross had a videotape of Shaquille O'Neal having sex with a woman, not his wife, at Ross's home, and that Ross could take the tape to TMZ and get a lot of money. Investigators asked Stevens if Ross, Jones, or anyone else ever demanded money in exchange for the tape. Stevens said no, and he felt that this was an attempt for Ross to get back in contact with O'Neal. He wanted to leverage, he thought he was trying to leverage that to get back in contact with O'Neal. But the police, I didn't even finish reading that part because you might want to hear that. Investigators asked Stevens all them other questions. He first said he was in Las Vegas when he received the phone call from Ross's brother and Cash Jones telling him about Ross being assaulted and kidnapped. However, this was 3 to 4 weeks after the assault occurred. Stevens later said, so Wack is also the one who calls Mark Stevens and tells Mark Stevens that Stutterbox was being victimized, kidnapped, robbed, allegedly. All of this occurred. Wack 100's in the middle of everything. He said he had nothing to do with it. Man, let me get back to my boy Scandalous because he break it all the way down. But I just had to make sure y'all understood that part. Hit that like button, man. We putting in overtime for y'all. Show the same love we showing y'all, man. The like button is...
From Main Street took it upon themselves to go and kind of discipline Stutterbox and do whatever they're going to do, take care of that shit on the streets. Discipline Stutterbox and do whatever they're going to do, take care of that shit on the streets.
So Greg, being a detective, just said that Stutterbox was disciplined by the main streets. which is why Stutterbox went to the police. So Greg just admitted that Stutterbox did indeed have a crime committed against him. Keep that in mind.
And from that grew the case against the Main Street guys. And it had a lot more to do with, again, it was a whole gang investigation with narcotics and different types of criminal activity that the investigators were looking into. So with that being said, what did end up happening? A bunch of guys got arrested. I don't know if there's half a dozen or 7. I'm not sure the number. They were all getting charged. And Stutterbox testified that he was not an informant. So what I did, because my friends were involved in that case, Christian and Darren Dupree, I knew that they were going to get pulled to the stand. And so I said, hey, Stutterbox has perjured himself. Whatever you do, don't go get up on the stand and deny that Stutterbox was an informant. Because now that you've got Stutterbox committing perjury on the stand, that whole case is now in jeopardy because the primary witness has lied. And so I contacted the district attorney and I told him, hey, this guy is a CI. I've sent him the paperwork, and said, I hate to see your case go to shit, that your primary witness is lying. He basically kind of ignored the whole situation. I'm like, fuck that. I don't want to see Dupree. I don't want to see Christian. I don't want to see them getting wrapped up in this bullshit. So I contacted, I think his name was Liddell Rawls. I think his Dell dog. Anyways, so I contacted, I think his name was Liddell Rawls. I think his Dell dog. Anyways, I contacted the defense attorney and I said, hey, just so you know, I don't want to see my friends get wrapped up in this bullshit with Stutterbox. Everything he touches goes to fucking, everything. He's a very dangerous person to be around. Insofar as he's manipulating anything and everything and everybody. And they said, so you know, he is a CI. He's an assigned informant, the LAPD. And if that's it. And so he contacted the DA, told the DA, listen, there's paperwork here that says that this guy's an informant. He just perjured himself. They went to the judge. The judge says, what do you guys want to do? And the DA says, let's dismiss this case. I can't start my case off where the first witness, the primary guy, is already committing perjury. The case was dismissed. It was just that simple. Box fucked up the whole case by himself by saying that he was not an informant.
He's lying. That's not the only thing that fucked up the case. He said that was the only thing that fucked up the case. No, you can have somebody perjure themselves, but still give facts, and the court will hear it. They would give a special jury instruction about the perjurous testimony. Oh, he doesn't want the world to know he's a snitch. He might be afraid by the public people finding out in the courtroom that he's a snitch. You don't have to believe that, but you can consider the other things that he said that maybe he could be telling the truth. That's how that goes. They're not just going to throw it away. What really happened was they caught him on wiretap trying to extort and get more money out of Shani O'Neal. You know what I'm saying? So now you got the witness finna trying to extort, and it was just went all the way bad. Their whole case was good looking out, because that's what helped save Del Dog and them, who was fighting. Del Dog was fighting 3 strikes at that time. But let's finish this. Greg is such a manipulator and a liar. Greg K.
So earlier we heard Greg say that Stutterbox was disciplined by the main streets, admitting that Stutterbox's claims were true. But for some reason, Greg Kading says he took it upon himself to contact Del Dog's lawyer and let him know that Stutterbox perjured himself when he said he was not an informant. Greg said it was a whole gang investigation, but he didn't want to see his friend Dupree and Christian have to take the stand. I'll let you guys come to your own conclusions on that.
Well, Christian, what I do know about Christian is Christian and Detective Arenas were the 2 heads of the Main Street case. They were the leads where Wack tried to lie and say Greg Kading was the lead of the Main Street case. No, Arenas and Christian were the leads to the Main Street case. Matter of fact, I'm gonna come with a video where you hear Greg Caden saying specifically that, right? So then he said Dupree, he didn't want Dupree testifying on that. Dupree is his partner. In fact, his superior, who he runs things by to get the okay on what they're doing on the Biggie and Tupac murder investigation. So why would he be testifying on in that case for the Main Streets if all y'all did was help federalize the Main Street case? He's all over the place and he lies and spins so much. Greg Caden is a piece of shit.
Before I end this, I do want to ask Stutterbox a few questions, though. First question is, what did you do to make Greg Caden hate you so much? He admitted that you got disciplined, but also admitted that he went out his way to make sure your case didn't go through. I thought police wanted to put so-called criminals in jail. For some reason, he didn't want the people who committed a crime against you to be prosecuted. Instead, he wanted everyone to know that you were a signed informant. We all can see how much he protects Porky. Why does he treat you the total opposite? Second question is, when did you start working with the feds to lock up Suge? Next question is, when did CS2 back move across the street from you? Or did he live there before you did? Last question. You told Deuce M's that CS2 back corroborated Greg Caden's story, saying Poochie killed Biggie.
I get 4 years in the face. I get Greg Caden sent me to prison.
Right.
He got on the stand and sent me to prison. Because after the niggas did what they did and Wack knew about what he did, they couldn't take them to jail because they would have had to involve Wack. So Wack had to give him something clean. Wack gave him Poochie from Compton.
Poochie for Fruitown Paru.
He the one killed Poochie. No, Poochie killed Biggie.
Right.
For sure. And Wack knew that inside information. He gave it to Greg Caden. Greg Caden closed his book and made Wack look like a hero.
So,
can you please tell us how you became aware of that?
Shout out Scandalous Los Angeles TV, my MF dog. Man, we collaborated on a lot of content. We do a lot of investigation work and make sure that we're all following the storyline going on, because when you deal with people like Stutterbox, he's all over the place with different stories, so you only can focus on eliminating what you know not to be true and focus on the facts of the case. You know what I'm saying? Greg Caden is another spinster. I think they have some kind of training school where these Fed people learn how to spin like this. CS2 back. He's a master spinner. The art of spinning, he mastered it. He deflect and spin, rinse and wash again, deflect and spin. You know what I'm saying? But he asked some serious questions, and we're just trying to, from our journalistic point of view, make sure that we bring out all of the facts along the way so that we can make it simple for everybody else to understand. You know what I'm saying? So, Yael, anything you want to say before we take it up out of here? Yeah.
Damu, Kiwe. Conversations.
That's all he want to say. Tune
Nah,
in.
Nah, bro. I'm in my background be loud, bro. I don't want nobody in my background, but yeah, man. For the most part, elaborating on Snoopy Bad Ass, bro, is just one of the nails in the coffin, man. He had a lot of people already expose this cat for being a fraud and a voice in our community that's not allowed. You know what I'm saying? And I just hope people understand, like, me and Deuce, we about peace, we about unity, we about all that. We just not unifying with no rats, man. And they can't voice for us, they can't speak for us, they can't nothing for us, because they went against what we stand for. Like Deuce elaborated earlier, if we was back in those times and they was looking for those who was rebellion and not wanting to be a part of that, he'll be one of the ones that'll tell on us. Him, CS2 back, Greg K, Reggie,
Pork Butt, 600, Loose, Coochie, all of them. These dudes are birds of a feather. They all like-minded and they all have the same characteristics. And then you fast forward and you see the type of stuff that these people condone. And they trying to justify it. That's not what we do, man. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. I appreciate everybody like, commenting, subscribing to the Damu Kiwe Conversation.
Good try, though, Snoopy. You know what I'm saying? I know that you was blind to the fact that we are bore rats over here, my nigga. We do not rock with rats. This is what we do. Hashtag ETE, expose the exposer. This been another, I'll let Yael take y'all out with it. Tell them, y'all.
Y'all with Do Sims the Dime and, you know, Yael, the Kiwe pop star. Y'all been tuned into another hot live with another room on Clubhouse, another hot room on Clubhouse, man. This has been another hot edition of Damu Kiwe Conversations.
We out of here. Salute.